Oh, no! We suck again!
God, we were fucking awful today, boys. Big up,
terrible.
everybody. Welcome to TJ Warren TV. Welcome back for another Premier League match review and American Idiots episode. And I am joined by my two brothers. Connor is here, which is a fantastic treat. For holiday, you know what? That's the best Christmas present I got this holiday,
It's
my
a holiday
friend.
special, man. It's a holiday special.
It's so special. But big up to you guys. How you guys doing? Let's start with Dal. How you doing, Dal, man?
Doing all right. It's Friday afternoon. Can't complain. That game was pretty interesting. Game with two halves, I guess, or kind of just blah. But it was all right. I mean, we'll take the 3 points. I'll take second place, but we've got a lot to talk about because this is not what we asked for as fans when we're predicting 3 and 4-0, right? So, yeah, anyway, good to see you, TJ. Good to see you, Connor. Merry Christmas, guys. Happy holidays. Back at it again, and big up to the chat. Thanks for joining us today, everyone.
Yeah, big up everybody in the chat. Make sure you're smashing the likes. Make sure that you are commenting on the video if you are watching on playback. And, of course, smash a like on that video and subscribe. Connor, how you doing, man?
I'm very good, thanks, TJ. Merry Christmas to everyone. Hope everyone's had a good Christmas. I'm off for another week. No, I'm off for another 2 weeks. No, I'm off for the rest of this week and then the week after next. So I'm doing good. And I hope everyone's good in the chat. Big up to TJ and Dal, of course. Hope you both had a good Christmas as well. Big up to you, fellas. That was bloody disgraceful. That was bloody disgraceful. I'm actually disgusted. That was awful.
You should be.
That was absolutely tragic. Yeah. I don't even have a man of the match today. It was that bad. I don't even care if Havertz scored. It was a tapping. I generally don't even have a man of the match, fellas. I thought we were absolutely shocking today. Bored. No form of... I mean, we had creativity, but every time we created something, it was skied over the bar by Martin Odegaard. You know, there was no... Again, another performance of... Well done, we got 3 points. I'm very happy we're second in the league now. Whoopie-doo. But performances like this don't make you motivated to go ahead and win a league title. They don't. You know, I don't feel this team has enough to go ahead and catch Liverpool. You know, I think one day we're going to slip up. We're very lucky that Ipswich are that crap and we didn't concede to them, because there were opportunities towards the end where classic Arsenal came back, where we sit back all of a sudden, even though we have all the possession in the world, and then we let them come on to us. So I'm not happy. I'm actually really not happy tonight, even though we got the 3 points. Yes, we got the 3 points. Fair play. Yeah, cool. But, you know, I'm not one that sits in the now. I do look in towards the future. And again, this isn't a performance that makes me think we could win the league. You know, I don't think we are. I think, once again, we're going to finish second or third this year. The only place I've got my eyes set is that Carabao Cup final at the moment. I don't really care about the league anymore because we're not good enough to win the league. And it's as simple as that. So, yeah, Merry Christmas to one and all. But I think that was an absolute crap Boxing Day present, to be honest with you. But
that was probably one of the most uninspired performances of the season. I've seen us take draws. I've seen us take draws and losses and look better. Like, if we were playing anybody outside of the relegation zone, we would have gotten a draw or we would have gotten slaughtered. It's a good thing that they have no final pass. The Ipswich were absolute shit. Amari Hutchinson put in an absolute stinker today. If he had gotten at least one of those passes through, it would have been a 1-1, and we would have drawn it home. Like, if you're going to give the man of the match to anybody, it would have been Trossard for the cross alone, and that's it. Odegaard was shit. Our back line was okay, but our midfield was shit. Our front three was shit. Everybody was gassing up Gabriel Jesus, myself included, obviously a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but he was absolutely awful today. Martinelli, invincible on the right side. We're going to be we are in trouble over on that side of the pitch, guys. We are in trouble because Odegaard also stunk today. Absolute stinker. When you need somebody to stick up for the team on the right side, what does Odegaard do? He sneaks back into the fucking dugout. The guy is absolutely awful. Then you got to talk about the manager and the substitutions. We shut up shop against relegation Ed Sheeran FC. I'm in love with the shape of UFC. 71st
Castle on the Hill, mate.
71st minute. We down tools. We take Jesus off and put on that that Spanish paperweight, Mikel Moreno.
It was the 52nd minute, bro.
And he was absolute shit. He was absolute shit today, too. So it's embarrassing, guys. It's embarrassing. Like
Do you
I
fellas have a
agree
man of the
with
match
Connor.
there?
I agree with Connor. It's disgraceful. What? Go ahead and say it. What?
Do you fellas actually have a man of the match there? I'm serious. Yeah, we've got a
I'm
clean
gonna give. I'm gonna give one. I'm gonna give one. I think of one player I can only think of that I saw actually tracking back and working his socks off today was Declan Rice.
Yeah,
there's a
fair
caveat to
enough.
that.
Fuck off, Ryan. Get out of
there's a
here, dude.
caveat
Somebody time
to-
out Ryan right
Play the
now.
fucking clip.
Somebody
Play the
time out
clip.
Ryan right now. Get him out of here.
Dominant
wanna
and
ban him.
holding
I
the
don't wanna
ball and
ban him.
passing it sideways and backwards. Here's the thing. Declan Rice, to me, showed the most heart today. He worked his pants off today, but he was running backwards, trying to stop their midfield from progressing into our final third. So I got to say, to me, Declan Rice was one of the better players on the pitch. Goes to guard again. Jesus running around again. Kai Havertz with the tap-in merchant. Trossard with cross after cross after cross. Nobody there. Gabriel and Saliba were very average today, but still seemed to cover each other. I thought Saliba was better than he's been in the last 3 weeks. Timber and Rice, to me, were the best two players on the pitch, with Lewis Skelly being the third. That's just my opinion. I'm not going to give a man of the match, maybe.
No, we're not giving ratings for this shit.
Yeah, Rice and Timber to me were the best on the
pitch. I mean to interrupt first, but you've just got to do it whenever this forward.
Can I just say, the two girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Flaming him up already.
Loser.
Had to do
Loser. Anyway.
Anyway.
I literally saw comments on Sam's stream saying, Merry Christmas to everyone except for Ray Ray.
No, dude thrives off of attention, so I'm not going to give it to him. I'm done. I'm done giving it to him. No, but I want to talk about how Bukayo Saka leaving this team due to injury for 2 to 3 months. I mean, let's be real. He tore his hamstring off the bone, gentlemen. We're not going to see this kid. We're not going to see this kid until March or April.
Oh.
Big up Jez. Jez, if you want the link, let me know.
Yeah, I can send you the link, Jez. Just put it in yes.
I'm just it's gonna get bad, guys.
Tore off the bone? It's that bad?
It's bad, dude.
Dude.
It's bad. It's not gonna be 6 to 8 weeks. I'm telling you right now. And Zane is spot on here. Martinelli does not give me any hope on that right side. Our right side is now we were talking about our left side. Now we're talking about our right side, because our right side is nothing going through. We have no creativity, no channels on the wings. Go ahead.
He can't balance the team. He doesn't know how to balance this team. He will do anything to get that prick Havertz in the starting 11.
He'd start him in goalkeeper. He would literally play him in goalkeeper. It's actually crazy.
He would have him walk the dog and then come back and put on the gloves for Raya. And why doesn't he just understand that? Just bring Kai on in the 75th minute if we need to. Why can't we sub this guy? We can sub everybody else but him. Go ahead, Connor.
No, I was just going to say, all well and good Havertz got the goal today, because probably no one else would have. James was awful, but it's all well and good that these tap-ins that he's scoring are making up for the fact that he's actually still shit. He offers nothing to this team. In the midfield, we are playing more with two midfielders because Havertz is constantly up front. It's just another way to officiate him into the team so he can play. I think we definitely have something down in the contract of him that he has to play centre-back against, because there's no way.
100%.
Why have you signed Mikel Merino, Arteta? What was the point in it? Why have you spent 35 to 40 million on this guy when you're not starting him? I mean, I don't want him to play anyway. I'm just questioning Arteta's transfers here because I think think he's awful anyway.
We'll get to this, Gunnar. We'll get to this. Continue.
Marino's not awful, but he's extremely mid. You could see why he was third favourite of Real Sociedad. So Lee Gunnar was spot on about that one when he said that before we signed him. Big up to Lee. I do genuinely believe we have a thing in the contract to say Havertz plays this amount of games every season. If he doesn't, we have to pay him set amount of money, or something happens with the contract. So we've got so much dross in this team. We can't even pipe down a flipping shit Ipswich side. It's poor. It is. Yeah, it's poor. And it's all well and good scoring 5 against Crystal Palace. Whoopie do, but you've got to look at these performances in the future, gentlemen. It's all well and good getting the 3 points today. But imagine if we were playing in a game that was possibly league, like we played in last 2 seasons, games where we need points to win the league, i.e. against Villa last season. That game we needed to win the league, and the players didn't turn up. But people are so reactionary now after games. Oh, we got 3 points. Yeah, let's go. Cool. I'm happy we got 3 points. But let's really break down this performance. I want one person to come out and tell me today 5 good things that Arsenal done today. Name me 5. There's literally, you can't even probably name me 3 or 2. Like you said, Dow, I do agree with you, actually. I did miss out. That Declan Rice was very good today. He was probably the best player on the pitch. He did
because
try.
He had to be, Connor. It was part of my point.
Yeah,
He had to be the guy today.
He did. He absolutely worked his socks off. But I'm looking into the future here. And as in the future, I mean this season. This Arsenal team is playing nothing like Liverpool. And I'm not saying we have to play like Liverpool, but I mean, just look at Liverpool. They're still very threatening on the ball. Listen, their defense isn't as good as it was in the previous seasons, but look at where they are in the league. We're not going to catch Liverpool playing like this. We're not. It's very lackluster. The only way I see us winning a league title is if Mikel Arteta leaves. It's as simple as that. We get a new style of football in. We get someone who knows how to bring in good transfers, and I mean constant good transfers, not the one-off. And people getting excited about the January transfer window, please stop, because we may sign a player, but it's going to be some C-lister. And I'm going to be so honest with you, I don't even want Matheus Cunha at the club. I don't want Matheus Cunha.
Well, he just caught a fat ban, so
He's out for 5 games now. But Matheus Cunha, fair play to him, he's having a good season. But I guarantee Matheus Cunha is having a one-season wonder. I've seen this so many times with players. If you want to invest, and Arsenal want to invest in someone like we always have, go for a John Duran. I would take a John Duran at Arsenal.
I'd take a John Duran right now.
It's an investment. If you want to invest in someone young like Arsenal love to fucking do, go for John Duran or go for Jonathan David. He's still quite young.
I'd take Morgan Rogers.
I would swap Martinelli in cash for Rodrigo.
I'd do anything. It's just we're going to get some C-lister. I don't want Matheus Cunha this January, but we probably will end up with him. We're linked with him now constantly. We need players that will help us win the league, and we're not doing that. And we haven't been doing that for years. Anyway,
because speaking of Kai Havertz, we were talking about Kai Havertz, and now he's in the midfield. And it was brought up in the Gooner Lounge group chat that he's absolutely garbage in the midfield, and I commented that he's never there. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
he's not there. Like he's all over the pitch. Let me look at this. Let me show you guys this real quick. I'm sorry, it's going over your face.
That's crazy.
This is Kai Havertz's heat map from the match today.
At left mid.
He is a left-sided midfielder. He spent more time in the game on the right side of the pitch, covering on Martinelli's side of the pitch. Mm-hmm. This guy is all over the place. He does not know how to play that left-sided position, or there's just a severe lack of trust on the team on the right side of the pitch right now. Either way, this is shambolic. You do not want your left-sided midfielder playing majority of his game on the right side of the pitch because you generate nothing on the left. He's absolute shit. And even when he's there, like, even if he's in the box, like, here's the thing that bugs me about Kai Havertz, and this is why I don't understand why so many people love this guy. Outside of just being in the right place for the tap-in, he does absolutely nothing. Like, he doesn't even create space anymore. Everyone's like, oh, well, watch what he does off the ball. Watch what he does. He creates all this space. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. I'll go ahead. I'll give you that if you want. If that's what you see, fine. Right. But if he's ever on the ball, he's allergic to making a pass that will actually generate anything. So putting him in the midfield is offensive suicide at this point. Like, he's not going to generate anything. He's not going to make a final pass. He's not going to finish. Like, it's absolutely bonkers to me. It's absolutely bonkers to me that we're continuing to try this.
Yep.
So, it is what it is. Big up, Jez, for joining us. Oh, man, this is like the OGs, man. This is like the OG American Idiots right now. I feel this is truly a gift. Jez, how you doing, man? You good?
I'm all good, mate. Yeah, I'm all good. Boring.
I mean, outside of the football?
Yeah. Boring, man. I'll be honest with you. During that second half, I was flicking channels. I was just like,
this is awful.
This is crap. Honestly, I mean, please tell me, somebody, how the hell did Gabriel miss that chance from that?
Oh,
Yeah.
took his eye off it, man.
How
Took
is
his eye
that?
off it, Jez.
How he's literally 4 feet from the goal, and he put it 5 inches wide. Sorry, that just seems to me be madness, man. But yeah, it was boring, mate. Boring. I struggled. I really struggled to watch that.
Yeah.
Ipswich, man. Ipswich. Sod off back to the Championship. You've got no ambition.
Yep.
You came to disrupt. You didn't come to win. You just came there to get the point, which I'm sorry, you are not anywhere near Premier League standards. So sod off back up to Norfolk, because we don't want to see you again. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Facts,
Yeah.
Jez.
So
Facts.
what did you? Yeah, absolute facts. And this is the fact. You know, I would love to see teams like Ipswich stay in the league, but performances like that,
Nah, fuck them.
players and performances and just player quality is awful.
TJ, politely, fuck them. Calvin
and
Phillips,
all this.
I swear to God.
No,
How that
Calvin
man
Phillips.
He's playing
we can
rugby
talk
out there
about
today.
Calvin
How
Phillips.
that man didn't get booked tonight, that referee had a bit of a stinker, you know. And I'm not talking about the fact. And by the way, who was it? It was Calvin Phillips. Before Havertz got a yellow card for taking down Hutchinson, before that, Calvin Phillips was out here shoving out our players, but he gets a skip. That referee was not that very good tonight. He was a bit shambolic. I'm not blaming the. Listen, I don't give a shit about blaming referees, innit? But no, I agree with Jez. They can sod off back to the Championship. They ain't Premier League level. They're in the position they are for a reason. They're not there to play football. You can see the reason why they don't score goals. They're just shithouses. And if you want to play like that, go play it in the Championship where you deserve to be. And Calvin Phillips, you're at Ipswich for a reason, mate. You went to Man City. They realised you're shit. They took you to West Ham. They realised you're shit. Now you're at Ipswich, where you're even more shit. So stay there and go down to the Championship with them, mate. You can sod off and all. Take that. Walk home with 0 points, mate.
This guy's over. I hope.
Payout. That's the thing that frustrates me. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
They've come up from the Championship, right? Which does play decent level of football. Let's be fair. But they've just come up. They're going to get a massive payout, right? And they go back down to the Championship. They'll reinvest, and there'll be one of these bounce clubs: up, down, up, down, up.
Yep.
More than bloody horse draws, to be honest, because it's an embarrassment in football that we've allowed this to happen. They're nowhere near the level of Premiership sides. And it's spoiled. I'm not being funny.
No, you're not. No, I don't think you are.
We got three points, right? We got 3 points, which is good. So we're now 6 behind. Well, potentially 9
for now. Yeah, for now.
But at the end of the day, it just spoilt the game. It's the game. All them travelling fans, all those fans that have made it tonight. You know, late kickoff. Whatever. Shit show from Ipswich.
Jez, do you agree with this? I said it to the boys, TJ and Dow earlier, right? You know, well, all well and good, we got 3 points tonight. But, you know, that performance, it was disgraceful. It was awful. It was shocking. And a lot of Arsenal fans are going to walk out of here and feel very happy about tonight. Yeah, well done. We've got 3 points. We're 6 points behind Liverpool for now until they play Everton, which they'll probably beat because Everton is shocking. You know, it's all well and good we get 3 points tonight in a game like this where if Ipswich were any other team that had their shooting boots on that actually wanted to play football, we could have drew tonight. We could have easily drew tonight with the way we were playing towards the end of the game. You know, if we look down the line of the way Arsenal are playing, Arsenal are not going to win a league title playing like this. No. And I wish more fans would wake up and realise this. It's all well and good getting 3 points against Ipswich, very vastly getting 3 points, but just one goal got us 3 points today. You know, look at where we are. We're £800 million deep into a 6-year process, and we're scraping 1-0 against flipping Ipswich. Like, what is going on here? Jez, I know TJ, it's your show. Sorry, mate.
No. Keep going. I'm enjoying this.
But Jez, you know, I'm a bit disgusted. This is how we're playing, and this is how we're performing. And people are going to say, "Well done, we got 3 points." Whoopie-doo. Look down the line. We won't win the league again this season because the way we're playing football. You know, that's how I feel about it today. I'm disgraced. I'm pissed off, Jez. I really am.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Connor, you've hit it right bang on the nose, right? Because there's a fellow in your chat right now who's happy about it. Happy about it. It wasn't disgraceful at all. It was comfortable. Really, was it? Okay. It was comfortable, was it? 1-0, Poacher's goal, right? Where are we going to get more Poacher goals like that then? Because at the end of the day,
Don't see ledge.
you know, don't sit there and try and con and talk ball, you know, to us, because I'm sorry, we've all been here way too long, seen it and done it. At the end of the day, you're probably a new Arsenal fan. And you
Oh no, he's a Liverpool fan, Jazzy.
He's a Liverpool fan that masquerades as an Arsenal
He's
fan.
a fraud.
Loser.
Makes it even worse because he's a piss taker then. Because at the end of the day, you've got Liverpool who are flying high, and good luck to them. Absolute good luck to Liverpool, right? Because they've actually got a new manager in, and they haven't gone down the toilet. They're actually, well, they could be 9 points clear with their game in hand.
Yep.
You know, fair play.
Yep.
Fair play at the end of the day. But that was rubbish, man. That you do not win Premier Leagues, or you do not win Champions League playing like that.
Yeah. I want to address a comment. Big up Will. I don't know why StreamYard's acting mad today. I don't know what's going on here. It says Will said guys get. Am I cutting out, guys?
Yeah, you have frozen. We can still hear you, but you're frozen on the screen, mate.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll just keep talking.
You're back now. You're back now.
Okay, cool. Will says it doesn't matter how you guys get the 3 points at the moment. Without Saka, the only thing that matters is getting 3 points each game. See, I would hear this if we weren't going to be missing Saka possibly through March. The performances matter, especially against championship sides and sides that don't have the player quality of a Premier League side, and we come in there and we make them look competitive. Like that's the worst part about it. That's why we're all pissed off, is that we generated absolutely nothing out there against a championship side. And if we had played anybody outside of the relegation zone, if we had played a Wolves, if we had played an Aston Villa, if we had played a West Ham, a Man United, we would have gotten beat today.
Can I be honest, TJ? We've got Brentford next.
We're going to get schooled.
Bad. Their home form, they are the second best joint with Liverpool, best home record in the league. We play like this against Brentford on New Year's Day. I tell you fellas right now, we're dropping points at the G-Tech. I'm telling you here right now. Because they can score goals at the G-Tech. They score goals for fun. Listen, they may have bad goal difference because they do concede a good few, but they score goals at the G-Tech. And they've got the best home record with Liverpool at top, joint first. And Arsenal fans think we can go ahead and play like that, get shithousery. Listen, big up to Will, by the way. I do like Will at Football Carnage. But I've got to be honest, it is all well and good playing like this to get 3 points. But you can't play like this over 10 games and expect to get 3 points each game. You can't. You've got to play convincing football. You've got to win games by major goals, sorry. You've got to make sure stand your ground. Make sure you put your foot down on these teams. Make teams scared of you. Not flimsing around against Ipswich 1-0. You know, and again, it's all well and good beating Crystal Palace, smashing them 5-3, whatever. But at the end of the day, these type of games, going against teams, like we said, teams that are going to give us problems, that it's not going to win you league titles. We're going to drop points. I'm now very worried after today with the lack of creativity and lack of even decent shots on goal, because Odegaard's skying shots, Martinelli's skying shots, Declan Rice is skying shots. You know, we're just shooting balls. And I'm sick and tired of fans in the stadium shouting, shoot, from outside the box like we're playing FIFA. And it's just going to go in the back of the net randomly. That's not how football works, gentlemen. It's not how it works. You can't just hit and hope. You know, sick of fans doing that at the stadium like it's a joke. Let's play football and not start shooting from random positions. You know, so I am worried about the New Year's, is what I'm trying to say.
Can I make another observation? I want to hear what you guys think about this. And maybe this is just me sitting in my office watching the match today. Did the Emirates just seem completely dead to you guys today?
As it normally is.
Like it was like a library today. There was no atmosphere whatsoever. You could kind of hear certain sections singing, but there was no unity. Like it was like people went there for a day at the office and then were expecting a win and then left. Like what is going on with the atmosphere in the Emirates right now?
But you know what I put it down to? If we're playing boring football, who cares? I'm like,
True.
you've got to play. I feel like fans are there to motivate the team, 100%, right? But you've got to play convincing. You've got to play more enticing football to get the fans on your back. If you're passing it around the back constantly, Saliba, Timber, back to Saliba, to Gabriel, to Skelly, to back to Timber, people are going to get bored. And they are going to sit there and be bored. And listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Arsenal's atmosphere. I think it is very dull at times. But you do have to put it down to the fact that we're flipping boring. We are so boring. You know, my mates do take the mick out of Arsenal. They do listen. They're United fans, they're Liverpool fans, they're Spurs fans. They do take the piss. It's football and they do banter with people. But they are right. We are boring. If we play boring football, I don't really expect the fans to be up for it. If I was there, I wouldn't be rowding it out. If we're being shit and we're passing it around the back and it's like, yeah, same old at the Arsenal, isn't it? You kind of have to expect that. But listen, there are times where the fans can be a bit louder. But I do have to say, when we're playing football like this, I don't blame them. TJ.
Yeah, no, good
really
point. Good
I
point.
don't blame them.
No, I wanted to hear what you guys had to say about it. Go ahead, Jess.
You got to remember these guys, right? All these Arsenal fans, right? They've turned out on a Friday night. It's cold. It's foggy, right? It's not nice right now, and you've had a great Christmas in whatever you've done. Why would you want to get up for that? Because at the end of the day, all you're seeing is an absolute rubbish load of crap. And I'm sure I was talking to Kenny. I'm sure he's absolutely not buzzing about it. Because why would you want to witness that? Bearing in mind, guys, the amount of money it costs to go to that game nowadays, right? Whether you're a season ticket or you've got an e-ticket, which you've just paid stupid money for, and you're going to see that. How could you get up for it? Because you're just seeing dross. It's not like I see the Yeti Potter comment in there. Fair play, good point. George Graham's first season, it was boring Arsenal. But the difference was, at least they were trying. That was the difference. And what it was with George Graham, his philosophy was you win from the back. He sorted that defence. He then went out, got the midfield working, got a goal, and then shut the game down. Wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty, but it won trophies.
Facts.
What are we winning watching that crap?
Yeah.
Somebody tell me, what are we watching? If
we were winning trophies, Jez, I wouldn't really be complaining. Listen, maybe I would make the odd complaint, but at least George Graham won trophies. We're sitting here with an FA flipping cup. Don't get me wrong, love the FA Cups. We've got the most for a reason. Hopefully this season we do as well. Man United don't do a madness and go ahead and win it, because then we don't have that excuse then. But hopefully we do go ahead and maybe win it this season. Fingers crossed. So I do love that. Listen, it was good FA Cup win against Chelsea. But 5-6 years, that's the only thing we've won. And fuck the Community Shield. So I shouldn't be swearing on your stream to you, Jack.
You can stream. I don't give a fuck if you.
Yeah, Arteta, shut up about the Community Shield. That's a joke. But that is an actual joke that you said that. One FA Cup compared to how much George Graham won. Come on, do me a favor.
He's doing his best. He's doing his best. He's doing his best Ten Hag impression when he said that.
One thing too, I noticed.
At least he won two.
Like we talked about Rice just a couple days ago, right? Like playing in the left, playing in the 6, and so forth. And we had people on talking about that. Right now, we've seen Rice in the 6, and I thought he was probably the best player out there today, but he was absolutely dead after he got subbed off. And it's him doing all the work in the midfield, and that's why I was adverse to him being in the 6, because if Kai Havertz is in the left, he has to cover both positions. And what we saw today was just Rice chasing chickens all over the place, trying to chase them from the back and cover for this player, cover for that player. And it's all because Kai Havertz is at left mid, playing the right side position like TJ showed on the heat map. I mean, that's
insane, man.
When is this manager going to realize that the 4-3-3 gasses the shit out of our players? It promotes injury. We're not built for 3-3-3, and at the same time, we can't defend in the 4-3-3. I've been asking it from day one. Rice and Partey in front of the back four. Why is that so fucking complicated for this manager to understand? We need solidity in the back. Because there was times today, guys, we were on the attack and Gabriel and Saliba were hauling ass backwards from the counter. And we haven't had to do that in many games because we've been up 3 or 4-0 at times. But when the rubber hits the road and the challenges come to Arteta, he overthinks it, messes up the lineup again by forcing Havertz in there. At least we didn't see Partey at right back. You know, and then at the end of the day, our most fit player out there, Rice, who looked to be the most fit to me, and Timber, did all the work. You know, while everyone else slouches down, and if you were to rank them, they all get 4s and 5s except for Timber and Rice. It's too unbalanced. We don't have a balanced enough squad to get this thing over the line. And it's not even about talent anymore. It's just the balance of the team is off. Like TJ said at the beginning, we were really weak on the left, and now we're really weak on the right. So which one is Arteta going to gamble on? You know, he has to make a decision. And I don't want to see Rice in this. I do want to see Rice in the 6, but he needs to be next to Partey. He's doing too much work. Rashford couldn't do shit today.
Yeah.
We played that game today. We can't play a game another 2 hours. We wouldn't score. They wouldn't score. You know, the battle was in the midfield, and at times we lost that battle. And I don't know how you can lose that battle to Ipswich, 20th in the league.
If we sign Rashford, that sums up Arteta's time at Arsenal.
No, sack him immediately if that happens. Sack him immediately. I'm done.
What happened to Raheem Sterling? What happened to you haven't seen the best?
Oh, he's not fit.
You know, this guy. Oh my god. Anyway, listen, big up Capo because Capo's there.
Yeah, I want to hear what Capo has to say about this. Big up Capo, my guy. How you doing, man?
I'm just enjoying the vibes in here. You know what I mean?
Immaculate vibes.
Salute to all you gentlemen. Merry Christmas, Jezza, Connor, DVS, always TJ for having me on. And yeah, bro, I mean, a little bit more about what I was saying, you know, a couple of weeks ago. It's the SS. You know, if Arsenal were a ship right now, it's the SS for safe and sorry. And that's exactly how we're playing. And it just goes to show that, you know, the way Arteta used to play as a professional is the way he wants us to play. Safe, sorry, and slow. If we want to go ahead and overcommit on one side, so we got to go ahead and make sure that we flood the midfield to make up for it in case we do lose the ball. I don't want to bang, I don't want to bang on that too much today. Let's be honest, the Ipswich didn't come out to play today. They just come out to stifle us. They really didn't want it. As soon as we went up 1-0, I kind of knew it was going to be one of these days, because they didn't come out to try to win the game at all. The thing that did kind of piss me off, and I don't want to see this, is in the last 15, 20 minutes, they started getting a little bit of confidence, whether it's, you know, playing out from the back, throwing us out, and with a better, you know, attacking third, I think we could have suffered. It could have been a different game. But all in all, you know, I'm sorry for being late, TJ. I did.
No worries, bro.
Fall asleep during the game, and I think Santi Cazorla being in the stands today would have been disappointed with the way we played. So there you go.
He looked bored. He looked bored.
Who's not going to be bored though, man? Who's not going to be bored? If I were to go and spend my hard-earned money and travel to London, right, to go see the boys play, I want to see a performance day in, day out. Santi Cazorla was the weight in gold with that ticket. You bought the ticket knowing that Santi Cazorla was going to play because you wanted to see him play.
Perform.
Right?
Yeah.
At the moment, we don't have somebody that is going to do that to us, especially not having Starboy in the side. So we have the best defense in the league, once again, but we have a top six attacking third without Saka. You know, today was a
top
game
10, maybe.
Yeah, mid-table. Let's just call it mid-table, right?
It's mid-table. It's one of the worst. I think we have one of the worst attacking front threes in the top 6. One of the we're the only one that's worse, I would say. Well, you can't even say that about Spurs.
They're not even top 6.
On form, the only one that's worse is Man City.
Well, listen, you know, if you look at the stats, real quick.
Let me finish this. Best defense in the league, the most man of the matches this season has been for a defender or a goalkeeper. And if you were to take out the defensive goals that we have, we wouldn't even be mid-table.
There we go.
Take out Gabriel's goals.
There we go.
So
Take out Gabriel's goals.
They blind that bit. They blind that bit.
Yeah, exactly. They blind it.
Oh, but we score goals. So wait, hold on a minute. If we score goals, we don't need a striker. Forget the fact that it's our fucking centre back scoring the goals. Like
you missed an open sitter today, like Jez said.
You know,
you can't. If you're the head, like Jez said, if you're Gabriel, you're the guy who put in the back of the net with your head. You can't miss from 5 inches out. Like you can see him looking this way and the ball hitting him off here. I mean, and today it just was so. I mean, I really thought TJ in the 20th minute that this was a snoozer. You could just tell, even when we went up 1-0, that okay, we're going to score 2 in the first half. Jesus is going to put a couple in the second half. We're going to run out of here 4-0 and back on the bus. And then the opposite happens. Like the complete opposite happens. So where does so let me ask you, TJ, like in everybody else. So how is Arteta going back now? Because what I saw was 2 Arsenals. I saw the defensive side of Arsenal that he's tried to exploit because we did well versus that City game, right? And then I saw some attacking Arsenal, and then we were back to defensive Arsenal in the 56th minute, even when Lee Dixon, our commentator, said, oh, I guess Arsenal's taking themselves out of first gear. He said something to that in the 52nd minute. And then we're attacking again at the end, but our attack is so bad at the end, like Capo said, we get out of position, and then their attack ramps up in the 75th minute. And dude, we're so lucky it wasn't 1-1. And this takes me back so far to Arsenal 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right? It's different numbers on the back, but it's the same aesthetic. And this is where I think Arteta is nothing but a Wenger fucking copy boy because he doesn't have his own ideas. I mean, he may have grabbed some from Pep, but at the same time, Wenger has made the playbook for future managers to follow. And they do the opposite. Why? Like, why can we look so good against Sporting West Ham and Palace, and we come against these bums, and he just throws it all out the window?
It's inconsistency, Dal. That's the only way I have to say it. It's inconsistency, isn't it? You know? And everyone will learn again. You know, I saw a tweet today, and actually, do you know what? Listen, you know, it's so infuriating because you can't deny. You know, listen, I'm not Arteta's biggest fan, as everyone knows. We're not Arteta's biggest fans, as everyone knows. You know, even people in the chat. Listen, there are credits given where we have improved. You know, goals scored, defenses, you know, goals conceded, whoopie do. You know, but we wouldn't be complaining if we didn't have the trophies to back it. I genuinely think I can't think of a team that's improved this much statistically, but has nothing to show for it.
Nothing
in terms of trophies in the cabinet. You know, it's just it's beyond me, and this is why we're all so pissed off. You know, 91%
possession today, Connor. 91% possession today.
Yep, they were awful, and we couldn't even score 2 past them. You know, but listen,
91%.
Yeah, bro. People will be happy now. You know, people will be like, listen, I'm happy. We got 3 points. Yes, I'm happy. I'm not going to be an idiot and say, I wish we lost. Because no, I don't listen. I never wish my team to lose. I'm happy we won. But we will all be right again at the end of the season when there's no league title to show for it. Because you can't play this football in the games and expect to get wins. Bring on Brentford. I swear to God, I think we're going to lose that game. Playing like the way we did today.
Just guys,
I got a question for you. Go on, D.
Kappa, before you do, bro, I've got to shoot off, guys. Yeah,
Thank you, Connor, for joining, man.
Take care, everyone. Yeah, have a good rest of Christmas. Take care, people.
Take care.
370 passes to their 80. 370 passes to their 80. That's Barcelona numbers. But Barcelona scored goals over those numbers, right? I mean, what's Jez? You've been following the club over at all 3 of us. I mean, what is the mentality change? What's that?
Without Saka, we're gonna be suffering. I'll tell you that much. I didn't see one link-up play on Martinelli's side with Mo pretty much all day. I didn't see that connection, and that to me is a little frightening because we're gonna get, if we were figured out on the left side already with Martinelli being on the right side now, we're gonna get even more. Which is why we're playing that pragmatic way. Which is why we're saying, you know what, Arteta's saying, let's not lose the ball. Because the last thing that I want is for us to go ahead and get beat on a counter. Because that's how people play. You know, they're going to play. They're going to go ahead and play deep and wait for us to just pounce on us. One thing that I can say, Jezza, why did we buy another left back? Especially with the way that MLS, especially
has all the answers.
Listen, MLS played today. He's like the rest of the team is up here, and this kid is not even. He's starting to obviously make his waves, right? But you know, I saw a little bit of heart when he went up to Kevin Phillips trying to defend Gabriel, saying, "Yo, what the hell are you doing, bro? Like the ball's already gone. There's no need for you to try to, you know, push man on it." And I respect that. Not only that, he does look like a center mid. From what I've been told, he's a center mid more than a left back, and he is actually looking good as an inverted left back. I think honestly, looking at his performances recently, yes, this is Ipswich. I get it, but when you put a kid to come and play with the rest of the starting 10, and for him to not put a pass wrong or put his body wrong, it was impressive to me, and it just makes makes me cringe when we're investing again in defensive areas when we still don't have an answer in our front three. Even Mo needs to go ahead and get a replacement. So, what are your thoughts on MLS, man? I thought he was great.
I think he's class. But the thing, you're quite right on this one, Capo man. This is typical of what I've seen Arteta do. He doesn't trust until very recently, where his hand has been forced to actually trust in the kids and do what he's doing. Because at the end of the day, let's get it right. The guy Arteta is a clown, right? He doesn't know what he's investing in. He doesn't know where he's going, and his arrogance is to actually say, well, I'm doing it this way and this is how we're going to win it, when we're not going to. Right? We all saw it, all three of us and everybody watching in the panel, in the chat, beg your pardon, saw the frailties today. Right? We're relying on defenders to score goals. Yes, Havertz got a poacher goal. He was right there, opportunist, he took it well. Fantastic. Bit like Ian Wright used to be back in the day. But that isn't going to win you bloody leagues. We need a poxy striker. Ipswich Town were awful. That team today, we should have pummeled them 5-0 minimum.
Right.
With a proper up-front striker.
Let me ask you something, Jeff.
Cleaners. They did nothing. They were there just to get the point, go back down, go back home to Norfolk, right, and say, well, we turned up, we got a point, we're happy with it.
Delap had 8 touches on the ball in the first half. Just 8. And he didn't do anything. Usually he's a nuisance, right? And it just goes to show that they didn't come out to play. He was probably just running down balls in the first place, right? One of the things that DVS said is that Rice he was probably our biggest runner today. Yeah. Rice is like a car, right? But this car has all engine horsepower, but is missing the computer chip to actually make use of that energy.
Right.
So what are we doing here? It's like the Fred Flintstones of soccer. We're running this kid into the ground, collect the balls back and forth, box to box. Listen, he had a great shot. It would have been on target if he had it, a little bit lower. He had the right idea, but I want to see him more. I want to see more of what we saw last year, this year. And if we're going to keep on playing him, behind Havertz and Mo, we're not going to unlock him. That's just a simple fact. Jesus didn't do anything for me today again, which is normal.
0 today,
which is normal because it's low blocks, and unless he gets in behind, we're not going to see it. So why are we going to play, Havertz, Mo, and Deckers when we can have Aparte? What's going on with Aparte? Why didn't he start today? I understand he's a couple of games, a consistent amount of games for him to get his confidence up, but
But Ipswich at home.
Well, we didn't take this. He didn't start today because we were playing against Ipswich. He will play against.
Right.
He will play against Brentford. Like this was what I was afraid of, is that he's going to use this as an excuse to rotate and just hammer Havertz into that midfield needlessly. I mean, and let's be real. I showed that heat map earlier. Havertz must just get free reign to do whatever he wants out there. Arteta has to whisper in his ear and just say, you know what? I put you in as a left-sided 8, but just feel free to do whatever the fuck you want. Because that heat map just showed. Like, look, I'm going to show it again because this is absolutely insane to me. And Jez, I don't know if you saw this.
Let me add one thing, TJ. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. This is Havertz's heat map today.
No.
Yes.
We're
going this way.
It's going this way.
We're going this way. Follow the arrow.
Bro, the guy spent more time on the right side of the pitch. Like it's absolutely insane to me. Like, and that doesn't happen by accident. That is instruction.
That is a regular.
You do whatever you want.
That's a regular.
That's what I was just getting to, guys. Was that when he moves to the right, he just completely crowded Odegaard. I mean, like, there was times he was just behind him diagonally, like TJ said, just running again like a lost puppy behind the big bulldog.
That's why
right?
MLS was playing in the center mid position.
Yeah, Havertz, right. So he says,
look
okay,
at his heat map. Where was he? He was
Havertz, you move to the right. Like you said, Capo will override the right, but all of a sudden now Odegaard has nowhere to go. There's no Saka, so Martinelli's just sitting there with his thumb up his ass. Big up, Rossi.
Big up, Carl Rossi.
Has nowhere to go with the ball, and that's why he holds it up, passes it to the side, gets it back, twinkles around, passes it to Timber, twinkles around. I mean, it's just like he wasn't even robbing him into the box like he normally would. And I wanted to say earlier, guys, I think with these teams, we literally fucking play down to their level. We literally play down to these teams' level.
Yeah,
we don't excel at anything right now. We don't excel at passing the ball. I mean, defending, you could say we're excelling defending, but big whoop, it's Ipswich. You don't need to excel in defending. You need to be communicative and just solid in the back. And just trap them. We had 91% possession, boys. 91% at certain times.
What makes me laugh even more is
and we can't score.
The only attacking personnel we had on the bench. Who was it?
Ranieri.
Ranieri.
And he didn't get a sniff. I didn't even watch the last 5 minutes. I was getting ready for the show. And
we down Jules at the 71st minute, Dal.
He didn't get a win, but check this out. Check this out. Who didn't come in for Liverpool yesterday?
Say again?
Who didn't come in for Liverpool yesterday?
I didn't catch that game yesterday.
Luis Diaz didn't come in. Luis Diaz and then Onweri. Right? Look at that big ass difference, bro. How are you not going to go ahead and try to rotate? This is a game to rotate. You have to give the kids some minutes. I'm sorry. 1-0. You already stunk out the freaking place. Might as well give the fans what they want to see, which is.
But his rotation is only rotating Havertz from fucking center forward to left mid. That's the only rotation he does. No. And occasionally he'll put Rice at left when Havertz is up front. Again, we said it before. He's fitting this guy in every freaking way he can because he thinks he's a difference maker. And he was today. Fair enough. But it's the same thing TJ and I've talked about for weeks after weeks. When is this guy going to blast one in from 16 yards? When is he going to take the ball on the outside of his foot and rape the ball, into the top bins? He can't do it.
Yes.
I just think
you're talking about
we couldn't do anything in the first half, and then we started looping the ball over top again. I mean, it's like I get the idea. If it's not working on the ground, maybe loop it in the air. But there's no consistency to any of it. And now our left mid is fucking playing on the right side, trying to overload something that we don't need to do. We would have been better spreading them out than making them compact. It's harder when it's compact.
I'm not looking
I don't understand what this guy's thinking on the sideline, you guys. I don't understand when he gets these teams and he sits in that room, in the dressing room, with the whiteboard and the marker. What the fuck is he writing down? Is he putting light bulbs and forks up there, squeezing lemons? What is he telling these guys? Oh, it's Ipswich. We'll slow it down today, guys. We'll be physical today, guys. This is a light bulb, guys. This is a water bottle, guys. And we're going to slow it down today, guys. Why? It makes no sense. We've been killing teams 5-0, 5-2, 5-1. And then we're at home to Ipswich, and we play to their fucking level.
Dal, Dal,
I'm just
calm down. Dal,
man.
you're being way too toxic. You're being way
water,
too
man.
negative right now.
Toxic.
Dal, look, Dal. We are in a title race.
Oh, stop.
Yeah?
Stop
Yeah,
playing
we're in a title race. We're in a title race, but you know what?
You don't have all the answers.
We're
TJ.
the goal. Yeah,
You don't have all the answers.
The goal difference. Yeah, let's let it roll.
You don't have the answers, DJ.
Do you have the answer?
You don't.
Yeah, like here's the problem. Okay, all these people that are trying to convince us we're in a title race, right? But we down tools in the 71st minute. We take off Jesus, which should be an attacking threat. We have our only attacking threat on the bench is Yeri, yet we still move Kai Havertz up there and we put it in a dead Mikel Merino. I covered this at the beginning of the show, but I want to hear what Jez and Capo have to say about it. Because look, goal difference, if we end up, God forbid, taking it to the end of the season and we're in a battle with Liverpool for the top of the league. Just humor me. I know it's not going to happen, but humor me. We're going to look back on these kinds of games and be like, hey, remember when we didn't try to score more than one goal at home against championship Ipswich Town and only won 1-0 and we lost on goal difference? Like this is the mentality of the team that we are dealing with here, guys. We're just trying for the 3 points. We're not ambitious. We're not trying to make a statement. We're just trying to give the fans 3 points so they can not be totally depressed on the train home. Like this is absolutely insane to me, and people will back this. Yeah. I will go on panel shows this week, and people will back this.
Yeah,
and it's insane to me. And then they
they
wonder why we don't win a title. Right. It's crazy.
It was a scruffy 1-0, guys. It was scruffy. Yeah, it's scruffy because we fucking let them be scruffy. And we played down to their level. I know Jez and I have talked about this relentlessly. We've played down to these teams' level. I don't understand. I don't understand. Who's the wonder kid?
Big up Gunnar. I said I was going to come back to this, so big up Gunnar. Thanks for dropping the super chat. And thanks for supporting the channel. He says, speak on Bruno Guard, the fraud, failed wonder kid.
I am.
I'll start with Jez and then we'll kick it over to Capo. What did you think of Martin Odegaard today, Jez?
Odegaard, Jesus.
Was he actually on the park?
He was at the car park. He was at the car park.
Jez, he's Christmas past, bro. He's Christmas past. The ghost of Christmas fucking past, bro.
There was way too many players there today who had way too much turkey and stuffing and roast potatoes. I'm sorry. They looked slow, lethargic, not interested, couldn't be asked to be there. And this is what annoys me with this team. You're in a position, right, where Nottingham Forest have gone above us. I respect Nottingham Forest. And you're going to turn up on a horrible night. I get it. It's not good. But sorry, boys, you're professional footballers. You are bagging over 100 bags a week minimum. Some of them, we know a lot more. Turn up, do your job, right? Because at the end of the day, you're a shit show. You're an embarrassment to the club. You're an embarrassment to that badge sat right behind me right now. Because back in the day, you wouldn't have seen that performance. You'd have seen a team go out and get Ipswich Town by the throat, rip them inside out, turn them upside down, smack them on the head and throw them down the toilet. And say, now piss off back to Norfolk, boys. See you later. Right, get on the train. Go on, off you go. And sod off back to the Championship. You're not the levels it should be for the Premiership. It is an embarrassment for Arsenal Football Club. 800 million damn near invested. And we have players, if you want to call them that, right, that are playing at that level of football. If you can call it football. I don't know what you call that tonight. It was shocking. And this is what we have to put up with. And we've been putting up with this, boys, for 20 odd sodding years.
Yep.
20 odd, coming up 21 soon. Yeah. Longest ever in Arsenal's history without a major trophy. Do we think we're going to get a major trophy this year? No chance.
No chance. No, 100% no chance. Capo, what did you think of Bruno Guard today?
Put your hair back, Capo. Oh, wait a second. You don't have any hair.
It's right here, bro. It's right here.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
growing. It's like,
You just go through it.
growing the opposite. You know what I
It's
mean?
like this.
From all of this over the last couple of years, it's that shit will do it to you, man. But listen, before I get onto Mo, I look at Havertz, right? Havertz is playing in Marino's position. Marino and Havertz are an identical player, right?
Ugh.
Marino was the player that should have a Marino type should have came in and do what Havertz is doing, but now we're shoehorning him in whatever position we can. So I'm not expecting Havertz to get us out of any situation, because when it counts the most, our captain should be leading from the front. If our star boy is not in the team, our captain should be leading from the front. So I look at Marino, I look at Havertz, 6 out of 10 at best. You may be in good positions. You do all the hard work. You get some tackles. I looked at Havertz in the second half. He was on skates like Nketiah was for us.
Yeah.
He was on the floor a lot second half, because I'm pretty sure he's gassed out, bro. Let's be honest. He's gassed. Okay, so now on Mo. I have not felt any football excitement, meaning I haven't felt like one of Mo's goals has contributed an exciting feeling like a Cole Palmer did yesterday, or Mateus Cunha off a freak, the Olímpico that he scored. Beautiful, right? I haven't seen this man. I don't remember when the last time he scored a free kick was for us. The free kick that he had today, what did he do? He nailed it right into the wall. Yep. So you can do all this running around. You could go ahead and have these little jinky runs, drop a shoulder, go ahead, beat 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Great. Captains and leaders would finish the play with a goal and finish the game and say, fuck off, just like Jed said, fuck off, go back home, get the fuck out of here. We're not going to win 1-0. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and decide the game. But he doesn't do that. He wanted to go ahead and beat everybody and just try to beat the goalkeeper high. First of all, those shots are supposed to be low, bro. You're that close to the goalkeeper, you got to shoot it low. He's a tall-ass goalkeeper. Imagine him doing that reflex save down there. Me as a goalkeeper, I understand. You want to shoot that low. That, or you want to put yourselves in the echelons of players, bend it in the left corner like Salah did. But I haven't seen any confidence from Martin Odegaard for me to jump out of my seat and just be like, oh my God, bravo, bro. Oh my God, golazo. Me muero hoy and I'm happy. If I die today, I'm happy. But no, he doesn't give that. He doesn't fill me with that joy. So again, if you're going to have Havertz with the heat map on Odegaard's side, what are we doing? Put Odegaard on the left. Put him as a number 8. Put Partey and then Rice and have Havertz up top. Because if that's what we're going to do, I'd rather see that. I just don't know. Listen, I get it. You want to invert. You want to have Mo come in with his left and shoot. When the fuck does he shoot? He doesn't shoot.
He takes that extra touch. He takes that extra touch every time.
Yeah,
he's doing what Saka's supposed to be doing, is coming in. He does the same exact thing. We have 2 people coming in with their left foot to come in to try and shoot with the left. And we have the same thing with Rice, and then Martinelli or Trossard to come in and try to shoot with the right on the left-hand side. Where is the unpredictability, gentlemen? Where's the fresh? Where's the ideas, bro?
There are no ideas.
It's that little run he had today in the box. I remember what you're talking about, Capo. He had a little tiki in the box today.
I was like, okay.
Martinelli, he could have just played it right in front of Martinelli, 2-0. We go home, right? Instead, he takes that extra touch. And I shout out our guy Lee Gunner. He says it every time Odegaard's on the ball. Oh, there's the extra touch. There's the extra touch. We don't need.
Today was different. Today was actually. It was an exciting run. It was an exciting run because he actually
I thought he was a scorer.
Right? But when you're going to finish that, right? It was a beautiful play for you to finish it. And I would have been like, damn, bro. Well done. Well done today. You know what? You play like shit, but that was exciting. Thank you
Redemption,
for giving
right?
me
A
that,
little
that
redemption.
right? Give me something, bro. But you're not gonna get any fans out of your seat when you're playing this fucking pragmatic football, bro. And Santi Cazorla, like I said again, big up the freaking a legend. He would have been
One of
disappointed.
my favorites.
Yeah, he would have been disappointed today, man.
Well, he had to be. He looked like he was being held hostage. I'm not gonna lie.
There was old
Go
school
ahead,
guy
go
there
ahead,
too,
Dal.
TJ. I don't know if you guys heard, but big up Jez and the old school. Frank McClintock was there today, 1971. He was just, I couldn't really see his face. He was up there in the stands, but Lee Dixon, the announcer, called out Frank McClintock today. He must have been kind of rolling over a bit, thinking what the hell he's watching.
True.
At times, I would think.
Well, that Arsenal actually got stuck in. We had like actual criminals on Arsenal back then. We were actual thieves. We won shit. We won doubles back then.
We were pickpocketers back then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, Arteta. Oh, sorry, Arteta. I got that round the wrong way, mate. You brought the
We stole trophies. We won domestic doubles back then. Shocking,
Pickpocketing was the best art back in the day, man. Imagine pickpockets in the 10s, 20s, and 30s. Those were the true legends. Now this guy's trying to go ahead and reinvent the wheel and just add a little bit of his Arteta spice on it, man. We're not done to it, man. We're not done, bro.
That's what I wanted to say too. It's like that's what I meant earlier. It's like we haven't really took off where Wenger left off, right? Like you said, Arteta's trying to reinvent this wheel that he's just not able to do. And it's like the playbook is there. The playbook is there. Just be the open play, free-form Arsenal that we can be. But again, I said 100 times, we play down to the opposition. We play down today. And we've seen it before. We've seen it against Fulham. We've seen it against Villa, Palace, in the last couple seasons. Again, 91% percentage, and we can't even score 2 goals and a half. In 90 minutes of football, we scored 1 against the 20th team at home.
We're scintillating, scary Arsenal, though.
Shit. There
was no flu. You know what? And I don't want to hear this anymore. And I know it. I know it's like buzzwords from big channels and shit like that.
Bro,
like, I get this. I get this. Yeah, I know it's all clickbait bullshit, and good for them. It's their business. Whatever. I'm not going to get into that. That's a totally different show. But I don't want to hear this. Every time I hear that, I just get pissed off because there's no fluidity. Like scintillating and scary says fluidity.
Oh,
There's no fluidity today. There's zero. Dude.
And shout out
do I even
Yeti.
want to watch on New Year's Day? Like, do I even want to watch? I'm asking because there's no way we're winning. There's no way we're winning.
Well, it's like our man Yeti said when Yeti, shout out Yeti, say in the chat, he watched us. I think it was Palace, and he was calling us out for one-touch football. It looks good. It looks scary, and I'm not trying to say nothing, but today Yeti was like on the spot again. He's like, you guys are barely getting by. Like this team today, if we would have played Forest, I know Forest didn't show up against us, Yeti, but if that team would have shown up against your Forest team, you guys would have beaten us today.
True. Absolutely true. Anyway, I've got to bounce. But
big up, Jez, every single time.
Man.
Thanks for joining.
Papa Jez, big up to you, man.
Good to see you, Dow. Football Capo. Haven't seen you for fucking ages. Love to see you.
Yeah, man. You'll see me a little bit more, bro. I hope to link up with you on your channel and show some love.
We'll get absolutely. We'll get on again.
All of you guys here, everybody here is welcome.
Would love to.
You're all here. You're all welcome. And, what can we say?
What are your plans for the weekends, Jez?
Jez. 3 points, though. We got the 3 points. That's all that matters.
Oh, my God.
3 point collected. Win ugly, win beautiful. The most important thing is that we keep on moving to the same location that we get to at the end of every season for the last.
Well, I won't be celebrating, mate. That's for sure. I'm not going
to celebrate life because we're all friends here. We're all friends. You know what I mean?
What are your plans this weekend, Jez? You going out?
Salute to you, brother. Salute to you always.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm probably going to do a show, actually. So I'm just going to do a round robin, invite people on. If I don't know what people are doing, I'm just going to chuck it out there to people in the Instagram. And if people are about, they're welcome. If they're busy, then okay, fair play.
Hit me up. I'm definitely down. I want to mix it up with you and learn a little bit more, man. So I'm up for it.
Yeah, I'm off. Yeah, and I'm off work for the next week, so I have no excuse. I have
Are you
no
off next
excuse to
week?
get on here and start streaming. So let's
You're
do
off
it,
all next week, TJ.
dude. I'm off until Thursday of next week,
Oh,
man.
shit.
I am loving life right now.
Where are you on? What are you known as on Insta, man? Make sure I got you.
Yeah, do you have an Insta, Capo?
Rate keeper.
Oh, you were
Rate
asking
keeper.
me? Hey, it's right.
Yeah.
It's in my handle here. But we're on the same group chat with Lee and the boys. So you just send it over there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll be getting hold of you. Don't you worry. Oh, of course you are.
You got it. No worries.
Yeah, I'll be contacting you guys.
Yeah, hit me up.
Do a show over the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, whatever.
Please,
And, just have a general chat when we've all calmed down, maybe.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm calm.
Yes,
anyway,
what is there to come down from? It was a scintillating, exciting football today. Are you kidding? Come on, you gotta feed off that buzz for the next
anger. Not scintillating football, man. Pure anger, just anger.
I get it. I get it.
Enjoy that copa. Enjoy that copita vino.
Hi, Jess. Good evening.
I'll be in contact with you three lovely guys over the weekend. We'll get on board, do a chat, and invite a couple of other people on. And
beautiful.
Great to see people, and have a great evening. And let's have a great weekend, shall we? Let's just destroy Arteta.
Let's do that. We'll do that. Peace, Jess. All right. Guys, I actually gotta get going too here. So let's start wrapping the show up. I gotta get going and getting my night going here. I'm actually leaving the house tonight, which is insane. But final thoughts, Capo, before we wrap up, my guy.
I was expecting different today. I was definitely expecting different. I was expecting us to be free flowing, give the fans at home something to go ahead and be excited about coming into the new year. But, that wasn't the case today. I pretty much saw exactly what we've been used to. I said in the very beginning of the season that Arteta's taking this defense wins championships to heart. And the way we're playing after buying the defenders that we did and buying, Marino, and not really doing much in the attacking third. I said he's really taking this defense wins championships to heart, and he's actually showing it on the field. So nothing new for me. The good thing that I did see is that Skelly's here to fight for his place, man. So hopefully we can get rid of Kivior and start putting Calafiori more into a rotation with Gabriel. God knows where the hell Zinni is. I don't know if he's back in his homeland supporting the troops or whatnot. But listen, at this point, he's like another Tamayasu. So we got two players there that are ghosts at this club over the last couple of months. And when you look at a bench that's filled with defensive players and nothing exciting up in the attack, our goal differential shows it. We're not letting the best defensive record, but we don't have the most goals in favor. So listen, we move 3 points. Happy with the win, but not happy with the performance, man.
Same.
No, I hear that. Dal, another great show. Not a great performance. What do you got for us? Anything?
I don't think Saka would have saved us today. I think Saka would have been caught up in the melee on the overload on the right side, would have had as much room to move. But again, I could be wrong. Maybe he would have opened up a few shots, putting a couple across the face of the goal. Who knows? But the way we played today makes me think we could have had Vinny Jr., Saka, Ronaldo up front. I don't think we would have scored more goals because it just, I don't know. Of course, that's way out of line, but we're just not that good.
What you meant to say was anti-football from Ipswich. I get you.
It was anti-football from Ipswich. They tried the dark arts that didn't really work that well. And that's, again, another piece I wanted to add, too. It looks like we attacked, and then we tried the dark arts, and then we went back to attacking. It was just a hodgepodge of styles and wrong messaging to the squad. Like the messaging out the gate was wrong. You know, you expect 1-0 at what was the 15th, 16th minute we scored. I was expecting 2 goals a half. Completely lost the plot on that. Overall, we played down to their level, and we got the 3 points. We didn't get what we deserved because we really deserved a draw out of that, to be honest. But other than that, we move on with 3 points. And fuck Ipswich.
Yeah, fuck Ipswich. Fuck Ed Sheeran FC. I'm in love with the shape of UFC. Perfect FC. I don't care for them, and they can fuck off back to Norwich or wherever wherever the fuck they're from. I don't know. I'm an American. I don't know. Norfolk, whatever. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. These guys, they'll be in the championship by this time next season anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All right, but this has been episode 86 of the American Idiot Show. We're going to redirect over to troops. We'll be live on New Year's Day after the game is over against Brentford. Hopefully we put in a better performance than we did today. Otherwise, it's going to be really, really long. But until next time, guys.
Thank you, TJ.
Stay safe, stay healthy, and yeah. Later.
You don't have the answers, DJ.
Do you have the answer?
You don't have the answers.
Tony, do you have the answer?
You don't have the answers,
You don't have
TJ.